In mid-May 2023, Tynee Board launched a pair of new shortboards, the Tynee Mini 3 and Tynee Mini 3 Pro. These are the successors to the popular Tynee Mini 2. We'll be reviewing the Tynee Mini 3 in our next video, but today, the spotlight is on the Tynee Mini 3 Pro. Priced at $899, this is a mid-range electric skateboard. Unlike entry-level electric skateboards that cost less than $500, boards in this price range are usually well-rounded, with some showcasing unique features. So, we were excited to see what the Tynee Mini 3 Pro had in store. First, let's check out the specs. Tynee Board uses a Canadian maple deck with a wide concave. It is shaped very similarly to the Boosted Mini or Meepo Mini dish-shaped concave, but its concave is slightly less pronounced. The Tynee PE reversed kingpin trucks are Tynee's proprietary trucks based on Paris V3 trucks. We have ridden them on other Tynee boards and know they are pretty good. For wheels, we received the version with 105mm hydro wheels. These hydro wheels are a lot different than cloud wheels. It's made out of material somewhere between rubber and PU. It also has a tire tread on them, so it should grip wet roads much better than traditional PU wheels. Unlike cloud wheels, which were notorious for their tiny contact patch, the hydro wheels have a pretty wide contact patch of 53mm. Bigger wheels can handle rougher roads, gives higher top speed, and the hydro wheels have a very similar ride feel to your typical PU wheels anyways. For the ESC, Tynee Mini 3 Pro uses a 13S Hobbywing ESC with smart turn-on and 4 speed modes. This ESC allows advanced customization on the remote, including top speed, acceleration, and braking strength. For the motor, the Tynee Mini 3 Pro went big with two 2,775 watt 6355 belt motors. As you can see from our data table on our website, this is exceptionally large compared to other boards around this price. No doubt this is where the Tynee Mini 3 Pro tries to distinguish itself from the crowd. It has a default top speed of 31 miles per hour or 50 kilometers per hour, and you can even delve into the advanced settings and unleash a higher top speed of 37 miles per hour or 60 kilometers per hour. It's absolutely nuts. For the battery, the Mini 3 uses the high-performing Molicel P4 2A battery in a 13S 2P configuration, resulting in 393.12 watt-hours and 54.6 volts. Although advertised to deliver a range of 26 miles or 42 kilometers, our tests only managed to squeeze out a range of 16 miles or 26 kilometers with a 165-pound or 75-kilogram rider at high speed. The board itself weighs 20.4 pounds or 9.25 kilograms. Additionally, the board comes installed with a brake light that lights up during braking and can be manually switched on via the remote. For those wondering, the Tynee Mini 3 Pro specs are almost identical to the Tynee Mini 3 non-Pro version, which is $70 cheaper if you choose the belt options with 105mm wheels. The slight differences between them are the smaller dual 850 watt motors on the non-Pro version, plastic pulley covers as opposed to metal ones, a downgraded remote that doesn't allow advanced customization of ride profiles. You'll need to use the mobile app for the same function, and a slightly smaller gear ratio on the non-Pro. A smaller gear ratio provides a higher top speed, while a higher gear ratio gives stronger acceleration. In this case, before you change the advanced settings, the non-Pro Tynee Mini 3 actually has a default top speed that's a tiny bit higher than the Pro version. All things considered, it doesn't make much sense to buy the non-Pro Tynee Mini 3 if you're opting for the belt drive. Just buy the Pro. Only consider the Tynee Mini 3 if you're looking for a hub-driven board. The Tynee Mini 3 hub starts at $699, and we'll be reviewing it next. Now, let's get into the riding experience. As expected, with the 13S Hobbywing ESC and a pair of Colossal powerful belt motors, the acceleration on this board is smooth yet extremely powerful, surpassing many electric longboards. It is as strong as, say, the Meepo Voyager X, which is a longboard specialized for power. Without a doubt, it's the most powerful electric shortboard we've reviewed. more potent than the Vril Ace we just reviewed, and we thought the Ace was excessively powerful. However, the Tynee Mini 3 Pro handles the power more gracefully than the Vril Ace. When the throttle is engaged, the wheelbase is long enough that it won't cause accidental wheelies as easily. I think one way to describe it is that the board rides like a short longboard. It's as if you've cut a longboard in half but retained the superior maneuverability. That being said, the kicktails are still very easy to use, allowing easy kick turns, which is half the reason why anyone would get a shortboard. The 7-inch truck provides good stability without sacrificing maneuverability, making the board fun for carving while stable when going fast. And stability is especially important here, as I should remind you, the board has a default top speed of 31 miles per hour or 50 kilometers per hour, and can even reach up to 37 miles per hour or 60 kilometers per hour. Unfortunately, we only dared to go up to 28 miles per hour or 45 kilometers per hour and decided to call it quits there. The board should be able to surpass the marketed top speed of 31 miles per hour once you unshackle its top speed by tweaking the advanced settings. And the braking is equally smooth and strong, typical of a 13S Hobbywing ESC. As you can see, we're pretty happy with the Tynee Mini 3 Pro. If we were forced to say something negative about the board, it would be the deck. We feel that the deck could benefit from a more aggressive concave, similar to the late boosted Mini. It would help us to gauge our foot placement easier. Another drawback is how the board handles rough terrain. Being a shortboard with a stiff deck, the Tynee Mini 3 Pro is still somewhat uncomfortable on unpaved roads. However, among shortboards, this one is undoubtedly the best at reducing vibration. The 105mm wheels on a belt drive significantly reduce road vibration, but a longboard is the way to go for a smoother ride on rough roads. Usually, at this point in the review, we would compare the Tynee Mini 3 Pro with other similar boards. However, we can't do it this time as the board is quite unparalleled. If you're looking for an absurdly powerful electric shortboard that has more power than anyone needs, the Tynee Mini 3 Pro is where it's at, with the $599 Vril Ace being its more affordable counterpart. It's overkill for those who are only seeking an easy board to ride around town, who would be satisfied with plenty of other cheaper options. However, it is always exciting to have more power than you need. It's always thrilling to engage the throttle and rock it away, and that's what the Tynee Mini 3 Pro offers. As always, if you are looking to buy a Tynee, or actually any e-skate, be sure to use our affiliated discount code with the link below. It will help you get a small monetary discount and helps us out too. You'll also be tagged as an Electric Skateboard HQ customer and probably be treated better. Ride safe, guys.